Hi guys, it's Jay from Ayaba's Wind again. I'm here to do the Virgo Collective November 2019 reading. I hope you're excited. It's been a minute since I've shot a video, so hopefully the information will be extremely helpful to you. Um, if you've not seen previous videos that I've done, I'm a priest in the Afro-Cuban tradition, so I interpret the tarot cards, the Orisha tarot cards, from an Afro-Cuban spiritualist perspective. And then halfway through the video, I pull from Sacred Odu, which kind of governs our day-to-day life and helps us to fulfill our destiny in the most positive way possible. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a quick prayer to call forth your spirit guides and protections to help in this reading, and then we'll get started. So just give me a couple of seconds. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides, protections, guardian angels of the Virgo collective earth sign, whose birthdays range from August 23rd to September 22nd. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides, protections of the Virgo collective earth sign, whose birthdays range from August 23rd to September 22nd. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides, protections, guardian angels of the Virgo collective earth sign, whose birthdays range from August 23rd to September 22nd. I come before you here today as your vessel to channel your energy to deliver information abundantly and accurately to your Virgo children, to help guide them, to uplift them, to support them, to move them in the right direction, to help them to make the right choices and the right decisions, to protect them from harm and danger. I pray that you will send the information clearly, and I pray that this information will help to open up the way for them to fulfill their dreams, accomplish their goals, and to fulfill their destiny in the most positive, successful way possible. We honor your energy here tonight. We thank you, and we pray that you show up in full effect tonight. Multiply. Thank you. Okay. Okay, here we go. So let me just organize the cards really quickly. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of the cards and then we'll start the conversation, okay? And the story that Spirit gives will develop. The first card up is the Six of Air, okay? The Six of Air is really the Six of Swords. So in traditional tarot, the Six of Swords means going to calmer waters, um, finding peace, um, onto new beginnings, peaceful beginnings, harmony. However, in this card, it came reverse. So it's saying that you may not be in a peaceful, restful state right now, okay, and that there is still turbulence around you, surrounding you. You may be involved in some nonsense, some craziness, okay, so that you're not able to to get away right now, for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because you're in a state of mental imprisonment, or that physically you're not able to move, for whatever reason. You don't have the money to make the moves you need to make. You're with a partner who is really possessive and who won't let you go, or there's a situation that is kind of binding you to stay for whatever reason. Okay, so we'll figure that out in a little bit. The next card that came up is the Four of Air. So the Four of Air in traditional tarot is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords in traditional tarot talks about um, going into a rest period, going into a period of solitude, of quiet thought and contemplation. However, here in this Orisha tarot, you see that this man is laying there, weak, sick, possibly even dead or dying, and that these birds are picking away at him. Um, they're picking away at him. They're picking away at his flesh. Um, I don't know. It could be that, people are leeching off of you. They're almost like vampires to you. They're like energy vampires. Um, Yeah, and it's to the point where your energy level is not good. Now, keep in mind this came reverse. So, in the reverse, there is no rest. There's no rest for the weary. You heard that saying before. So you're not in a state of rest. There's no rest period yet. I noticed that both of these cards, both the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords, talks about rest and peace and harmony and quiet beginnings. Right now, there's no peace and no quiet and no harmony right now. This is what Spirit is saying. These cards came reverse. All right. So now just keep in mind, some of the information may resonate with you, all of it may resonate with you, or none of it. All right. This is a general reading. So take what you need and leave the rest. All right. So this may pertain to a small group within the Virgo collective who I'm reading for. All right. But just keep in mind, Spirit is saying there's no rest right now. There's no time to rest. You're not able to rest. There's a lot of drama going on. It's a lot of craziness. All right. Um, I would also venture to say that, you do have some birds here in the reading, and birds have been coming up a lot. So birds represent spirit. They let you know that your spirit guides and protections are here. The birds can also um, be spirits of your ancestors. They can hold the spirit of your ancestors. So just be mindful when you see birds. If you can feed birds, feed the birds. Okay. So that's the best that you can do in connecting with them. Or say a quick prayer when you see birds. All right. Um, And the birds, yet again, here, the birds talk about expansiveness, being able to move and maneuver the way you need to maneuver. But here, it's like you're not able to maneuver and move the way you need to maneuver for whatever reason, okay? Spirit is saying that there needs to be expansion, but there's no expansion. In talking about expansion, you have the Earth card. So in traditional tarot, it's the World card, and the World card talks about the ending of old cycles, the beginning of new beginnings, new cycles. Okay, but here in Orisha Tarot, you see this the serpent is wrapped around the earth. It's basically squeezing the earth, and the earth is you, right? And then you have all these animals in the periphery, okay? And these animals could represent people in your life. It could be enemies possibly around you. This card came reversed. So Spirit is saying that there is no new beginnings per se. Um, not right now. There's something that's like holding up, stopping the progression of things in your life, and we're going to figure out what that is. Um, this earth, this world can also talk about pregnancy, but a failed pregnancy, a possible miscarriage, um, possibly an abortion. But just be aware, this came reverse, okay? So it's talking about something not going full term, all right? Or if you're pregnant, you could have that baby early, all right? So just be careful. You did get the Ten of Fire. So the Ten of Fire here, the Ten of Fire is the Ten of Wands. So in traditional tarot, the Tarot of Wands talks about carrying burdens, things being really heavy on you, okay? But here in the Orisha Tarot, you see this guy, he's walking over hot coals and he's focusing and he's steady. And even though it's painful, he's putting his mind to work so that he can make it, okay? And so what Spirit is saying is that you really need to kind of master your mental ability. So because when you master your mental abilities and you take control, you're able to take action and do the things you need to do, okay? And have the courage to move forth and to potentially be the leader that you are born to be. All right, this came in the upright position. Whatever situation you're in could be a bit uncomfortable for you. All right, so just be careful of the situations that you're getting into. Um, but this situation is soon ending. It's a 10, so it is coming to an end. But that end may not be anywhere in sight right now because the world, the earth came reversed. So you're still in this cycle of discomfort, okay? And you're still in this cycle of revolution and of change. And change can be uncomfortable. Also came in the upright is the village. Wow. The village is the equivalent to the tower in traditional tarot. Okay. And so in traditional tarot, the tower talks about endings, abrupt endings, revolution, tragedy, things of that nature. And you see in this card clearly there's fires everywhere, there's people laying dead. It's and so what Spirit is saying here, that whatever it is you're going through is as a result of the tower moment. Um, that could potentially be as a result of divine intervention, or it could be through someone doing some work on you. I don't necessarily see any kind of witchcraft or spell work being done on you. This could just be a part of your development to teach you a lesson, to help you to evolve to your higher self. But we shall see. But also, Spirit is letting you know, like, it's not just you that's going to be affected. There's going to be multiple people affected by this tower moment. So it could be you, your family members, friends that are affected by this moment. Also, you'll see fires in the background. So you definitely got to be careful of fires in your house. Do not leave candles unattended. Please don't. Watch for, wires that are frayed. Um, excuse me, watch for animals biting at wires, okay, because those things can set a flame, set a fire, okay, so just be very careful of that. Also be careful of your house. It's showing your house catching on fire. So I don't know if that has happened already, but definitely be cautious and aware. Double check things before you leave the house. Make sure the stove is off. Make sure all the candles are out. Make sure that things are operational. Okay. You also have Sapana Shapana. So Sapana Shapana is the male aspect of God that deals with sickness and disease and ill health and infections. And so we call this in my tradition Babaluaye. And Babaluaye deals with sickness and disease and ill health. Okay. And so Babaluaye came straight. And so Babalu, usually when you see him, he's announcing some kind of sickness or disease that you may be dealing with. Now, if you, to this point, know that you don't have anything, that's great. But when Babaluaye, Sapana Shapana shows up, you definitely want to go to the doctor to get checked. You want to have your blood run, have everything checked. You want to have everything checked, okay? Because when he shows up, there could be sickness and disease. You have the Eight of Air, and so the Eight of Air is the Eight of Swords, and so it talks about mental imprisonment, okay, mental bondage. It could talk about self-sabotaging behavior. It's just imprisonment. Okay, this came reversed. So um, you're going to be coming out of this energy if you haven't come out of it already. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Also, it talks about like loneliness, you feeling alone, feeling isolated. Um, But it's not to worry, okay? The spirit is here and spirit is watching over you, and that there's always a remedy to a situation. There's always a way to deal and to cope with things effectively, okay? And so spirit is saying that this period of time is soon going to be over. You're feeling untrapped. Is going to be over, okay? You did get a lot of birds. You got birds. So birds are very significant to you. And I would say that if you already have a bird that's in a cage, that's fine. But definitely do not get a bird and cage it. Put it in the cage, okay? Because you definitely want to be expansive. And birds, like I said, represent expansion. Okay, be expansive. All right. The last card you got is karma. Okay, and this came in the upright position. So the good things that you've done are going to come back around to you. The bad things that you've done are going to come back around to you. So get ready. It could be that you're suffering this tower moment, this village moment, as a result of something negative that you put out there. Okay. And so, I don't know what that is, but spirit is saying it could be as a result of something that you've done in the past and now it's coming back to haunt you. Okay. And that these eyes represent the eyes of God, spirit watching you, and that these also are functioning duly as scales. Okay. And so basically you want to, from this point on, um, do as many good deeds as possible, okay, so that you can clear yourself of any negative energy and debt, spiritual debt, indebtedness, okay, spiritual debt, I'm sorry. So just be mindful that karma is coming back around. You could also be like lamenting and reminiscing about things of the past. You could be reminiscing about your childhood. You could be thinking about how things were not fair, um, unjust. Things were done to you where you were violated as a child. Just know that spirit is taking care of that, okay? If you were abused, as a child. Spirit is going to take care of that. I say that my head is tingling right now. So rest assured, people who violated you and hurt you are going to pay for it. Okay? I'm going to pull from Odu, which is the sacred doctrine that will help to remedy certain situations, that will help to expose situations. You can get a pen and a paper to write stuff down because the information is going to flow abundantly. Or you can replay this video. It's the 21-minute mark. I'm going to shuffle, see what spirit pulls, and then we'll go into it. Cards. Okay, so that should be enough. Just keep in mind, if anything resonates with you, please like the video, share the video with your friends, family, and also subscribe. So I will be adding more content for November. It's just been really crazy for me. I'm going to start doing love readings, little shorts, love readings for you guys as well. And so just keep an eye out, but you won't know unless you subscribe. So please subscribe. All right, so let's get into it. So Odu is a feminine aspect of God, which is the womb, which holds the knowledge and the wisdom of the God force. Okay, so Spirit is talking. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit is saying that there is a war between men and women. Okay, Spirit's announcing that. So maybe this is why the village came. This also denotes war, okay? It looks like this village was raided, was destroyed, and so Spirit is announcing this. In this card, also, too, Spirit is talking about marriage, matrimony, okay? So I don't know if your marriage is on the rocks or is about to be on the rocks. There's about to be chaos and confusion, but just be mindful of that. It could also be that, someone may have proposed to you or you may have proposed to someone, but it announces something regarding the marriage and matrimony. Men are at war with women, so you definitely got to be careful of that. Spirit is saying you got to watch for diseases in the blood. Watch for bloodborne diseases. So you definitely got to go to the doctor and get checked. Remember, Sapana Shapana Babaluaye showed up. All right, and I told you he announces sickness. So that's even more the more reason why you need to go to the doctor. Spirit is saying that there are dark spirits that are trying to attach to you if they haven't done already. And so in which case, it shows these birds kind of biting at this man, and that these spirits, it talks about the spirits trying to attach to you, are running you down. You see this man has no energy. You may find that you have very much a lack of energy. You don't feel like doing anything. You feel very lethargic, very indifferent, like there's no sense of emotion, and it could be that these spirits are riding you. Okay, they're possessing you. In which case, Spirit is saying you definitely must do spiritual baths and you must be praying and doing mantras. What I suggest is you get my recipe on the white bath in my discussion section or community section of the channel. Take that white bath after you physically bathe with soap and water. Dress in white, sleep in white, no darkness. Keep a nightlight on. And sage yourself, sage the house, frankincense and myrrh. You can get all these things, Palo Santo on YouTube, not YouTube, Amazon.com, or you can go to your local botanica to pick those spiritual items. Um, Spirit is saying don't tell your secrets because you start to deflate your secrets. You built them up with all your hopes and wishes and dreams. You need to keep them built up and inflated. So by you talking, you deflate the energy, okay? Either you or your mate may have heart problems. Wow. Babalu showed up. He talks about health issues, heart problems. You got to go get checked. You got to get your heart checked. Definitely. All right. And this card, it shows the fish, the ram, animals. So if you're eating a lot of meat, you may want to cut back on the meat, okay? Because the meat could be presenting issues to you and causing some heart issues, maybe high cholesterol, heart disease, things of that nature. Be careful of where you eat because someone may put something in your food, okay? Just be careful. Spirit wants you to watch for that. Be careful of trusting someone that you had tragedy with. Okay. So it's saying that this person that you had tragedy with may not be in a good space. And so they're not trustworthy. They're going through it. So just don't trust them. Spirit is saying that if you're a man watching this, you may have a lot of women and a lot of children, which can cause drama. All right. It can bring drama. It can cause these women to get upset because they're not getting adequate attention. The children are not getting adequate attention. They may throw some brujeria, witchcraft, do spell work on you, and it can make your life an ever living hell, a hot mess. Okay. So just be mindful of that. If you do not know the laws of the land that you must live by and be on the good side of them, then you will be on the other side. So what Spirit is saying that you got to follow the laws of the land, okay? Be mindful of that. Be careful of falling objects. Be careful when you're walking, something falling from a roof, from a construction site. Um, Nerves may be bad, so be very cautious about that. Spirit is saying that you may have like a scar on your foot. Are there issues with your legs? Spirit is saying there may be issues with your legs. If you have issues with your legs, you can do some spiritual work, which is very Babaluaye-ish. Okay, and so basically what you can do is you can get some dried beans in a bag, in a brown paper bag, cut up an onion, all right, a yellow onion. Don't cook any of it. Put it in the bag. Say prayers over the bag that you want to be cleaned of pain, discomfort in whatever part of your body is ailing. It's talking about your legs and your feet. And then pass it over your legs and foot, and you're praying to remove whatever that pain is, that negativity is. All right. And then you're going to take that bag and dump it outside of your house in a garbage can far away from your house. Okay. Not at your house, not near your house. Um, Spirit is saying that there is a male child. If you have a male child, this only applies to you if you have a male child. But spiritual work may be needed for your male child, okay? Spirit is saying that you can dress in white because you dressing in white will bring you luck, all right? It'll bring you luck. It'll bring you clarity. So I don't care if it's after Labor Day. White is hot all year round, especially in my tradition. So wear that white. Wear a white hat. Wear your white jacket. But wearing white will bring you wealth. Spirit is also announcing that a business deal that you could be getting into could be risky. So think hard about it. All right. If there is someone begging, asking for help, asking for money, asking for a meal, please give it to them. All right. You don't have to give your last, but give them something. Because in my tradition, sometimes God, the God force, the divine, disguises himself as a beggar um, to test your heart, to test to see what you're made of, to test your humility. Okay. And so it would be to your benefit to give to a beggar if they're asking you. Now, if it's an unsafe situation, don't give. But if someone's asking you for money, it could be God in disguise, the God force, the divine in disguise, testing your heart. Spirit is also saying, yet again, go to the doctor. Okay? You got to check your stomach, because Spirit is saying that there could be digestion issues. It could be some reflux, maybe some blood in your stool, stomach issues, ulcers, things of that nature. So you got to get checked. Um, Spirit is saying that your house could be a wreck. It could be in shambles. Now, you could be very organized. That's great. So it can't mean that your house is in shambles in the physical space. It could be that relationships within your home are a hot mess. You don't get along with your kids. You're fighting with your husband or your partner. That also applies to that. So definitely be careful, and be mindful of getting your house in order, staying around to, spend time with family members. It's very easy to get caught up in running around, running to this place and that place, working all the time. But while you're working all the time, you got these people at home that don't see you. They're waiting for you. Okay. And then there's resentment that builds up because you're never there. And then your relationship gets on the rocks. Your relationship with your kids gets on the rocks. It's all a hot mess. So Spirit is saying, get it together. Try and, reconfigure, organize so that you can spend time with the people that you need to spend. Get your house in order, clean, get rid of clutter, do the things you need to do to get everything in order. Because if it is your physical space that's a wreck, your physical space is a snapshot of what's going on in your head. Okay? If you're a wreck in your head, then your physical space will oftentimes reflect that. So if you see your house getting in a wreck, things are starting to pile up. You have all these stacks of things everywhere. It starts to feel cluttered. Then no, that is a reflection of what's going on in your head. In which case, you need to take a white bath. You need to wrap your head in white. You can get coconut water, cool coconut water, and pour it on the top of your head, and then wrap your head in white. Okay? Because it's an indication that there's chaos, there's araye, confusion, okay, going on. Spirit is saying that do not open any doors unless you know what is behind them. So Spirit is warning you, physical doors, don't answer the door. If people have not called you or not texted you, don't answer that door. Spirit is warning you. It could be your demise on the other side of the door. You could get robbed. Okay? I don't care if you live in the city or in the suburbs, you can always get robbed. So just be careful. Spirit is saying stay out of other people's drama. It will cause you to go to jail. Okay? You got a friend that's calling you up complaining about their relationship with such and such. They get you all angry and riled up. And then you want to fight the person that they want to fight with. Okay? That's not your business. That's their business. That's their life. That's not your life. So Spirit is saying, tend to your own garden, tend to your life so you can keep the peace, okay? Because right now, this right here, no bueno. Is a hot mess going on somewhere. And if the hot mess hasn't happened already, it's about to happen. Something's about to go down. So Spirit is saying, tend to your own garden, get yourself right spiritually, say your prayers, your mantras, do everything you need to do to get clear. You got a lot of health stuff coming up. Odu is talking about health stuff galore. So something's up with your health. Something is not in balance somewhere. Spirit is saying, Babalu is talking again. He's talking about that there may be skin rashes or poor health. So if you're getting these rashes, it could be eczema, it could be impetigo, dermatitis. Go get it checked. Go get it checked. Avoid dampness, okay? Avoid dampness, damp clothes. Do not get wet while you're outside. Um, if you get wet in the rain or in the snow or whatever it is that it's doing wherever you live, change your clothes immediately. because you're not supposed to stay in dampness because it will lend itself to sickness. It will also open you up to lower level energies, lower level spirits to take over, and you don't need that right now. Spirit is saying you would benefit to have prayer groups, a prayer circle, or a mass in your house. So what that means is that, you invite a couple of friends or even your family members. You sit around a table, you put like a white sheet on the table, put a candle, and a glass of water, and you can bring your Bible. You can also get the Acts of Faith by Ayanna Van Zant. She's also in my tradition. And you can get the acts of faith, and you guys can pray and for what you want, pray for what you need, pray for protection, pray for wealth and abundance, pray for clarity. Read a portion in the acts of faith. Just put it to your head and then cut to a particular passage. Wherever your finger lands, that's what Spirit is trying to say to you. Spirit is saying you need to have that in your house. Also, that you need to clean yourself with fruits and flowers. So you can go to the store, buy some apples, oranges, pears, grapes. Take the fruit in your hand like it's a bar of soap. Pass it over your head. Pass it over your neck. Pass it over your chest, your arms, your stomach, all the way down to your feet. You're cleaning. The fruit is acting as a magnet to remove negativity, to remove osobo. Once you clean off with that, you're going to take it out to the garbage. All right? You're not going to eat that. You could do it with flowers too. You're going to take the bouquet of flowers, a bunch of flowers, pass it over your head, your back, boom, 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 your stomach, all the way down to your feet, and throw that out. And that is a cleaning you can do regularly, once a week, once a month. And if you can take it to the family grave, take it to the family grave. If you have access to the cemetery, okay? Do not go at night. Go during the daytime, okay? But you can drop those flowers and that fruit to the grave. And basically, it's that your ancestors um, will help you with moving forward, removing any negativity, and that kind of thing. Spirit is saying that you need to get a toy monkey. I know you're like, what? What are you saying? That sounds ridiculous. Get a toy monkey. There's a reason for that, okay? You can get it. I don't think you'll have a real monkey. If you have a real monkey, that's even better. You don't need a real monkey. It's not necessary. Get a toy monkey. Um, Sit it out in the open where people come. Sit it on the couch as if it was a human being, a person. When people come, they're going to laugh at it. And they're not going to laugh at you. They're going to laugh at it. And this is a cleaning for you. This will clean you of osobo, of negativity, okay, of negative energy. I promise you. So get that toy monkey, sit it on your couch like it's a human, sit it in a chair like it's a human, and let people laugh at it. And the more they laugh, it is a cleaning for you. Um, Spirit is just saying, have clear intentions. Know exactly what you want. Write down in a journal, write down things, organize your thoughts. You need order. Spirit is saying you need order. Okay. And Spirit is going to help you, but you got to get control of the situation. Got to get control. Um, there's another energy in this Odu that talks about curses. So someone may have put a curse on you. They could have put a curse, a hex on you. They could have wished ill will for you. Spirit is saying that you could have been cursed at birth. And that explains the reason why you need to do all of these cleanings. Okay. And remember, I talked about people possibly violating you when you were younger. You got to do these cleanings. Okay. You would benefit from going to the ocean and going in that ocean water and cleaning with Yemaya's waters. Yemaya is the female aspect of God who owns all the oceans of the world, who owns motherhood, who owns fertility, wealth, prosperity, okay? Family. Yemaya is going to heal you. Do not go too deep into the water. Go up to your knees, but be very careful. but you need to be clean with these waters. If you don't want to go in, get a bucket full of the ocean water, bring it to your house, and clean with those waters. It will break negative energy, okay? Because somewhere along the line, there has been a curse put on you, okay? I don't know if it was at birth, but there's been a curse. Trying to see where. Let me pull from these cards and see about this curse. Okay, so the Page of Swords came up, and it talks about a truth, okay, a message of truth. Some kind of truth is going to be revealed about this curse. You know, family gets funny about talking about things that have happened in the past. Could have been that someone had cursed your mother, your parent, so that they wouldn't have you as a child, okay? But you were born anyway. Um, but this talks about childhood. This is a child. You also got to be careful of, if you're pregnant, being cursed. If you're pregnant, your child being cursed. Because it shows the child here. Okay? Shows the child. So what I was saying was right, is that this curse happened in childhood. You were cursed in childhood. You definitely got to be careful, okay? You have to resolve issues and do those cleanings, but if you're pregnant, you definitely have to watch your child. And this is not going to pertain to everyone, but a group of Virgos. That someone could be cursing you in your pregnancy, okay? And which means that you got to be extra prayerful um, and vigilant about keeping that baby protected. It also shows blue in this card. Blue is Yemaya's color, right? So I told you not only do you need to clean with Yemaya's waters, especially if you're pregnant, but also too you can get a this color blue cloth, like a dark or royal blue cloth, and you can wrap it around your stomach. So you can take the cloth and wrap it around your stomach. Don't do it tight because the baby needs to move and breathe. You need circulation. You do it loosely, but just so it's protecting your belly. Okay, you may need to do that. All right. Um, because Yamaya is going to protect you. But you got to tap into Yamaya's energy. If you don't know who Yamaya is, you want to connect, I have in my playlist songs for Yamaya that you can listen to. You can start to learn to sing, to tap into her energy, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull from, I'm going to see what what the guardian angels, the archangels are saying before we close this. Um, let's see what we can make of this. Ooh, okay. Two cards came out. Wow. Okay, so the first card that came out is, I don't know if you could see this, priority. And the second card that came out is claircognizance. Okay. So let me read clarity. Prioritize. So your Archangel Metatron is talking here. So if you can find some prayers online to say to Metatron, that would be great, to give him acknowledgement, to thank him for delivering this message today. Metatron is saying, focus on your highest priorities. And he says, I will help you get organized and motivated. Talked about you getting organized, okay? But you may have problems getting started. There may be this energy sitting on you as a result of this curse, as a result of something that has been worked or thrown, okay? And so Metatron is saying he will pull you up out of it. You got to do the spiritual baths. You got to do the mantras for protection. You can go on my playlist as well, look under Sanskrit mantras, and there's a whole host of mantras. You can do a Durga mantra with Jason Gallant on my featured channel. You can do the Hanuman mantra, and you can do the Kali. There's a Kali mantra as well, okay, for protection. There's another one, Narasimha. Uh, that you can also do. You can do that mantra as well. And those are all for protection. All right. So Metatron is here. He's here protecting you. Okay. The next card is clear cognizance. So basically, Archangel Uriel is saying, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So Spirit is going to be talking to you through your thoughts. So you may think that these thoughts are just, words in your head, but this is actually message from Spirit. All right. So just be aware of that. Spirit is illuminating you. And so this card also came up for Scorpio, the reading that I just did before you. So, there is a period of illumination here. There is a period of ascension. You are ascending spiritually, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, it is here. Okay. And so we're going into this phase where many of the signs are elevating, they're evolving spiritually. And so in order to be harmonious with that process, the spiritual baths that I'm telling you about, um, the prayers and the mantras that I posted on my playlist, please do them. They're very easy. 108 times in the morning, 108 at night. Turn the phone off. Do these mantras and you're going to see changes. Okay. Yoga, any kind of meditation, breathing exercises, that's going to get you in tune with Spirit. Okay. um, and going to help illuminate you. And definitely take care of your head. Wear white on your head. um, Wear white on your head. Take some coconut water, put some coconut water on the top of your head, nice and cool, and then wrap your head in white. Sleep in white, dress in white, and begin to connect with that God force, whatever it is you believe in. Okay. So hopefully this reading has been helpful for you. If there's any questions that you have, or if you want to book a private reading with me, you can email me at ayabaswind, WYND, 999 at gmail.com. And I look forward to seeing you for December. Bye.